Hey guys, it is almost an hour past midnight, so it is day 2 of me uploading one video every day for 150 days. First of all, I wanted to give shout out to one of my subscribers, Fritz. I felt obliged, I felt I needed to give him some publicity, although I know I do not have a big audience. I felt really grateful for him and for just supporting me and my channel. And on top of that, I received an email today that, in the last video I said my birthday is July 30th, and it turns out that he is born on the same date as I am. That was intriguing. And I have like two things I want to talk about in this video. First is that I realized how much of a fucking simp I am in real life. Contrary to my self-perception, I thought I was never a simp, but that wasn't true. It is fun to get punched in the face, like figuratively speaking. Like I made a fool of myself. And this is a little story time. I'm telling you a story of me cold approaching a girl in the end of June, and I ended up getting her number, and we went on 3 dates, and I got dumped. This may be fun to listen to for you guys. So in the end of June, I met this girl in the bus, and I thought she was beautiful. And usually I'm really into taller girls, that is like girls that are 170 centimeters or taller, or in US metrics, that is girls that are 5'6" or 5'7" or taller. And this girl that I met on the bus, she was like 5'7" tall, and a little bit skinny, but not too skinny, just a good shape. And I just thought to myself, she's beautiful. And I took off the bus, and she's taking off there too, like where my place is. And so at the crossroads, I talked to her. Hey, I said like this: hey, I thought you were beautiful, so that is why I wanted to talk to you and maybe get your number. And I suggested that we hang out like on the spot, and we could go someplace right then and there. But it didn't happen that day. But I got the number though, and like I said, we went on 3 dates, and I finally just got dumped. And I find out that despite of her good looks, she had some emotional problems and some emotional wounds. I still feel sorry for her in some ways, and I still have some sympathy for this girl, because I've seen some scars in her forearm that is, she just hurt herself with some sharp stuff, I don't know the word. She was just hurting herself sometimes. And yeah, and the reason why I'm saying that I was such a fucking simp in real life is that, like, it's, on the first date, we drank some. We had some beer. I, I spent some money, like, so, like, essentially I never realized that there was no a genuine attraction there. I was simping hard, man. It is kind of, it's a little bit painful even now to admit that I was a fucking simp, and I a part of me did realize, did notice that there was no genuine attraction, but I was just falling for her looks only, and that was essentially self-destructive, and I made a fool of myself, and you know, and no intimacy, just not really those type of things happened, like not really like intercourse, but played a little on the first date, and nothing too intimate, no intercourse, nothing happened, and on the second date, which was like a week later, I suggested that we go some shopping. I suggested that I could buy her some clothes at Zara, and she was really young though. She was like 18 or 19. And by the way, yeah. So on the second date, I bought her some cosmetics, not a huge deal of money, but some cosmetics, like you know, I don't even know what these stuff is called, but like lipstick, stuff like that. Those women's cosmetics worth about like $80, $90. I just felt good spending, like, which in retrospect it was foolish, I would say. And yeah, I found out that she would just regularly hook up with guys that she met on Twitter, like she just blatantly just told me, she just straight out told me that she would just get some food, like the guys that she would meet on Twitter, those guys would take her to a restaurant or something, and just get her some food, and they would just fuck and just leave, or maybe another time they just fuck and stuff like that. And you know, when I you know, just the fact that she was not ashamed to speak of those things just in front of me, that just means she did not respect me in the first place, and I knew that, but I took those disrespect, and I didn't I tried to make my boundaries clear to her, but as young of an age she was really smart in some ways. Like she just knew very well she had the leverage, because because that is because I showed weakness. That's it. Because I was showing weakness, because I was showing that I was like needy and thirsty, man. I was giving up needy and thirsty vibes. Yeah, that's what I got from those 3 dates, and I just got dumped, and she said, I don't want no more contact with you. That is it. I felt bitter, but like I am aware that I just thought to myself that I need to better myself, like far more. Like I just imagine myself if I was like a famous figure, like a sports star, football player Cristiano Ronaldo. If I was him, just that would mean like it is pretty obvious, but that would mean very few girls in the whole world would reject the man. So yeah, I have a lot of things to work on, and really I sometimes feel too overwhelmed, because I feel like I feel I'm really just I feel I'm really behind of those some dudes that are more successful at younger age. Like I'm trying to be 100% honest here. I really do feel that I am behind of a lot of dudes that are doing well in life, and but I'm not saying that I'm on the verge of like giving up on myself or anything like that. No, if that was the case, I wouldn't even try to produce or make any type of video. I'm just I'm looking forward to the day 2 years later, or maybe 3 or 4 years later, I will be much more successful than what I am currently doing. And so looking back, I will be proud, and I will not let the people closest to me, I will not let those people down. Whew. Yeah, that is not really the end of the story of that girl that I approached. And yeah, so how it ended was, you remember I was talking about those guys. She would contact and meet up via Twitter, and then she was just hook up. That was like a normal thing for her, and she just told those stories. It's just in front of me without shame. There was like a bunch of red flags, and I just ignored those red flags because I was being thirsty, man. I am ashamed now to just admit this, but that is who I am, or at least that is who I was, like only 1 or 2 weeks back. Yeah, it is hard truth to just face and confront, but it is what it is. I have failed, and I lost this battle, but I'm not losing the war. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I said, I seen some scars in her forearm, not too severe, so but still scars, still some wounds that she would hurt herself from. Like I would assume some depressions or self-esteem problems. I would just inquire. I mean, just out of curiosity. Sometimes I feel I lack social skills. Whatever, man. Just I really wanted to know, because I can only speak for myself, right? So I can only speak and feel for myself. So I just could not understand why someone would go and try to just hurt themselves with sharp blades or razors, something like that. Because I personally have never done that, and I would just ask her like multiple questions, and she got mad, and she also got mad in briefly other occasion and other time when I got mad about her telling me that she hooked up with those guys that she contacted on Twitter, and I told her to stop doing those behaviors. So basically I was trying to be like a father, or at least I at the same time, I admit that I was like, I was tempted by her looks, and I was like, all everything that was in my head was vagina. I mean, that is true. But at the same time, I was trying to do the best and do the right thing in the moment. That is, I try to tell her the right things to do, and that is like I was trying to be like a father figure to her, and that exact thing was what made her furious and just repellent of my my existence, my whole existence. Yeah, that was, I would say that was the trigger. Those two things. I've inquired too many questions about, like why would you hurt yourself like that, and why. Man, I think that was stupid of myself to have done that. Anyways, but the other thing that I told her, you should stop just regularly hooking up with those guys you meet on Twitter, and she got mad for that. Fuck her. I mean, I wish her good, but I don't think the odds are great that she will make a life that is worth that is worthwhile. Yeah, that was a story time. Yeah. And yeah, and another thing I wanted to talk about in this video is that you get misunderstood by the people, and if you know, when you've been on the semen retention journey, like you're past that like 3-4 days streak, and you kind of you have that momentum, and you are entering into your real self, that is your spiritual self, and you are thinking very often in midday, when you're thinking very often about your mission as just one human being that has entered into this world, and what should you do, and what things can you do to become become a more useful man, stuff like that. And that is when Satan gets furious, and that is when Satan and his servants get busy trying to make hurdles, trying to make obstacles in our way. If you know, right? You know what I'm saying, right? So, and yeah, I was talking about misunderstandings. You will get, and you are most likely already getting misunderstandings. Probably it's everywhere around you, in all 4 directions. I know that pain. I feel you, man. I feel that pain, and we just remember that you are not alone. I'm supporting you. I have your back, man. I will be on my knees before I go to sleep tonight, man. I will be on my knees sleeping. Before I go to sleep, I'll kneel down, and I will give my supplication prayers to God, that whoever you are watching this, that you will never give into any temptation because of peer pressure, or because of too much pressure that comes from misunderstanding, maybe even from your closest acquaintances, and maybe even from your own biological brother or sister, or maybe even your own parents. A lot of those people can be narcissistic, or a lot of those people can be abusive and narcissistic, and they are dull as fuck. Excuse me for using some swear words, but they could be the dullest people. This is not to look down on any people, but they be just literally be dull as fuck. Concerning the spiritual matters, they would be only worried about if their belly is full, or if they don't get in a car accident every single day, things like that. Well, those things give me just too much pain, bro. Yeah, that's all I wanted to speak on, really. I'm about to wrap up this video, so That was my little story time on one episode of cold approaching and having 3 dates and getting dumped. So that just gave me more energy boost. That just gave me more motivation to get better. Like I could get rid of my face fat more and add more muscle mass, and I should work on my social skills better. That is just plain truth. That makes me think about Jordan Peterson. I remember one time Professor Jordan Peterson mentioned the relationship dynamic between a male and female, and he was giving Dr. Peterson was giving an example on the anime Lion King, like, right? I'm not going to give a whole full story on this, but you know Simba, and I forget the girl, the lioness name, but never mind. Just if you know, you know. There's Simba, the adolescent male lion, and there's the lioness, right? And every time Simba is just goofy and is doing stuff that is not productive or not competitive or not masculine enough, those times are exactly when the lioness, the female lion, is contemptive of Simba. And that really is, I have analyzed my own situation concerning that specific girl, me dating 3 times and me getting dumped. I just look at through the lens of Jordan Peterson speaking on Lion King. Like I was being just needy, thirsty, horny. I was showing my weakness, and I got punished for that. That is what happened, really. Yeah, I'm only on my way to get better, man. Like I still have a healthy body. Like, see those biceps? It's not like bodybuilder bicep, but I'm trying to improve on all the aspects in life, and things happen in life. And I really got your back, man. I'm your semen retention wingman. My name is Chanyok, and this is, like I said in the beginning of this video, this is day 2 of day 150 of me uploading one video each and every day for 150 days. So thanks guys for watching, and hit that like button, and please do become a subscriber if you enjoyed this video in some ways. I love you guys. Yeah, really, peace. I love you. Bye. See you in the next vid.